What is up, YouTube? This is Chris with PATCHBOYDARB, and in today's video we will be taking a look at the Brother Innovis Duetta 4500D, the Disney edition. In this particular video we will be going through the embroidery edit design. And with the embroidery edit feature of the Duetta, we can go into particular designs that are programmed inside the machine where we can customize the colors, we can customize the layout, we can add text, we can remove portions of the design. So let's go into that feature right now. So we are now here at the Duetta. We are at the LCD screen. I got my pen. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and tap on there. So now the machine is saying the carriage of the embroidery unit will move. Keep your hands, etc. away from the carrier. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the OK button. Alright, the carriage has moved. And now that I'm in this menu, you will find your embroidery edit on the upper right hand side. So let's go ahead and hit the embroidery edit. And notice that this highlight bar here turned yellow. So let's do it again. I'm gonna hit the embroidery. Right now it's blue. I'm gonna hit embroidery edit. It turned it yellow. So that means we are in the embroidery edit setting. So now what we are going to do, I'm gonna show you guys how you can manipulate some of your embroidery files. It all looks the same from when it's on the regular embroidery, correct? So it all looks the same, but when you go to embroidery edit, this allows you to manipulate some of the embroidery files. I'm gonna select the embroidery file. I'm gonna go ahead to the pocket where I got some embroidery files saved. Let's mess around with my Dead Presidents design. So I'm gonna select my Dead Presidents one. It pulled it up right there. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the set button. And now what I can do here is I got this little button right here. I'm gonna hit that button. That's for the thread colors. I can also change the size and change the rotation of it. You can do this in the standard embroidery setting as well. But in the embroidery edit setting, it gives you a little bit more leeway. You can rotate, well, with your size, you can change your size. I'm gonna press the size button. This option right here makes the embroidery smaller. That's as small as it can go right there. So 3.4 inches. But if I hit the enlarge one, you see I'm gonna tap it once, it takes it up. Tap it again, takes it up again. I'm gonna press and hold it. That's as large as it can get, which is 4.54 inches by 4.55 inches. And notice that my hoop changed right here. So this also shows you which hoop you should use. So right now, my 4x4 hoop is too small for this, so I'm gonna scale it back down until it gets to the 4x4 hoop. There we go. So at 3.85 inches by 3.87, my design scaled back into the 4x4 hoop. So now what you can do is you can hit this little button here. What this button does, it shows you a rough draft of what it will look like on your hoop. Right now it's showing it on the large hoop, but down here you can select different hoops. So I'm going to go right there. That took it down to the 5x7 hoop. I'm going to press this one. This is the 4x4. So that took it down to the 4x4 hoop. So that's what the design will look like on the 4x4 hoop. I'm going to go ahead and close. I think I got it where I want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and close that. So now in this menu, let's say I want to change the color of the Dead Presidents patch. I can easily change the colors by like threading the machine the color I want it to be. But as far as the embroidery design, I want to change it inside of the embroidery machine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit this little button right here where it got like the spool, but then it got 4 colors or 4 little swatch colors. I'm going to press that button. And this takes me to this menu. It shows me my colors. It shows the black and the white. But let's say I want the white to be red. So what I will do is I'm going to hit this little, right here on this bar, I'm going to hit the plus sign. That took me to the white. You can't see it on there, but you can kind of see it a little bit. But I want that to be red. So I changed it to the white. And now in this panel over here, you got various colors. So now I'm going to select this red one. And now you'll see the white part is now red as opposed to white. Let's say I want to change it back to white. I'll just go ahead and you can either change it back to white right here on this little tab, or you can come to the reset button, hit reset. It's going to okay to revert to previous color change. You hit the OK button, and that took it back. But let's play around with this word. I want the white to be yellow now. So what I'm going to do is, I'm already on the white setting. So now I'm going to come down here. I'm going to click on the little yellow box. Now it's going to be yellow. But what if I want to change that black one? If I want to change the black one, I'll just come right back here to these little plus and minus signs. I can either hit the plus and that'll take me back, or I can hit the minus and that'll take me back as well. So let's do that again. So let's hit the plus and the minus. Takes me to that one. Hit the plus again. It's going to just go right back up to the black. And now I want the black to be green. So I'm going to hit the little green button. And now up here you'll see that the design will be green and yellow. I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. Hit and edit end. Now let's hit the sewing button. Please wait. So now it'll be ready to actually embroider. If I loaded up the hoop, it will embroider green. What does that say? It's the moss green and yellow. So I'm gonna show you how to add something onto an existing embroidery file. So from here, I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna select my little pocket. I'm gonna do the dead presidents again. Since that's the model right now, we're gonna keep it the dead presidents. I'm gonna hit set. So now it's set in that menu. And let's say I want to change. Well, I don't think I want to change. Let's make the patch as big as we can. So I'm gonna hit the size button. Then I'm gonna scale it up. That's as large as it can go. And right now it's showing it to be on the 5x7 hoop. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close that. I'm gonna hit embroider, so that's how big as I want it to be. I'm gonna come down and hit embroidery end. And from here you see that it shows that there, but now it's showing this menu again where it got a little pocket, the USB, the connect to a computer. Let's say I want to add some text into the dead presidents. What I can do is just hit the AB. You got your decorative alphabets, but I just want to do something plain, so I'm gonna do this one right here. So it shows me the different fonts. My machine has 2 pages of fonts, so we got that first row there. I'm gonna hit this button, and we got 3 more at the end. So let's try this text right here. Ooh, and notice with this text, it gives us this menu over here. With this other font, this font right here, notice when I hit a button, it doesn't give us any options right here. It doesn't highlight that button. So let's go back. I'm gonna select this font. I'm gonna hit D. Right now it's set to large. And right here you can see that the D is right there. I'm gonna hit medium. You see it shrunk it up. I'm gonna hit small. That made it super tiny. I think I like the large one. Let's keep it at large. And now I'm gonna do the A. I'm gonna do the R. And I'm going to do the B for darb. So yeah, I like how that looks. That's a lot bigger now. I'm going to hit the set button. And so now all of them are selected. I'm going to move them up with this menu down here. I'm going to move them up to the top. Press and hold it, make it go faster. I'm going to put it right there. Well, let's keep going. Gotta make it look nice, right? Gotta make it look nice and purty. So I like where it is right there. But I want it to curve around the dead president's logo a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the array button. Hit array. I wanted this option right here, the second down from the left side. I'm going to hit that button, and you'll see that it already made a little curve around it. So I hit the array button, I hit the curve that I like, but let's say you don't like how it's curving. What you can do is, in this same menu, right down here, I'm gonna come these 2 options right here, This will level it out more. This will make it have it curve in more. So let's hit this button. Let's hit this button a couple times and see what it does to the letters. So I'm gonna press the button. You see it is kind of flattening the text out. But let's have it curve in more. I'm gonna hit the next button. Press and hold it a little bit. That curves it in a lot more. But let's try to get it to where, and actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move it down so that way I can measure it until the dead president's better. So right now it looks like I need to extend the curve out. So I'm gonna hit this button a couple times. That doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna take it, put the text back up a little bit. Right about there. All right, so we got that. I'm gonna hit the close button. Because I got my array, I got the curve of the design how I want it to be. And now what I can do is we can mess around with the spacing because since we're in the text, it gives us this little option here, spacing. I'm gonna press that button. And now you can see I can extend the letters out or I can bring them closer together. Let's extend these letters out. Keep extend, I'm gonna press and hold it. Yeah. I mean, as a designer, you'll want to make this a lot more cleaner, but I'm just for demonstration's sakes, I think this is all right. So I got that how I want it to be. So I got DARB, I got the dead president's logo. Let's go ahead and close right here from editing that. So we got that how we want it to be. Let's hit edit end. So we're done editing. And so right now, this is what it looks like. So when it embroiders, it'll embroider the dead presidents first, the black and the white, then it'll do the black text. But let's say you want to change those colors around, right? So if you want to change those colors around, simply over in this menu, right over here, just come up here and hit this edit button. After you hit that edit button, right now it's selected on the DARB. Well, we want to select the dead presidents. What you can simply do here is come on down and hit the right here, these select arrows. You can hit that button once and it'll select the dead presidents. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna hit select right now, selecting the text. Hit it again, it's selecting the dead presidents because they're two different designs, so that's how the machine separates the two. And if you don't want to hit those little buttons down there, you can always come in here and just tap on it. You can see that it selected the dead president's design. So now I want to change the colors of the dead presidents. So remember to change the colors. We'll come down here to this little spool button with the little color swatches. I want the face to be red, or not red. Let's do yellow. So I want the face to be yellow. So I'm gonna hit this plus button because right now it's selected on the black. I'm gonna hit the plus button. So now selecting the white, and I'm gonna change this to yellow. Bam. So now that's yellow. But let's say I want to make the D and the R yellow too. I'm gonna go ahead and hit close. I'm gonna select the text. But when I come down here, if you hit this little color swatch button, and let's say it doesn't give you any option to simply select certain letters. So how can we get past that? I'm gonna hit the close button. I'm going to hit the multi-color button right down here next to the color swatch button. I'm gonna hit that. And once I hit that button, notice that it broke apart each letter. So now each letter is pretty much its own color now, but they're all set to black. I'm gonna hit that button again. I'm gonna hit the multi-color button. It put them all back together. I'm gonna press that button one more time so you can see it on this side. Boom, it's separated all the colors. So now to select different colors for the text, I'm gonna come down and hit this thread button with the color swatches. The first letter is selected, the D. You can see it right there. The D, I want the D to be yellow. Now the D is yellow. And now I'm gonna go hit the plus button. Now I am on the A. And I want the A to be pink. I'm just selecting some random colors. So now the D and the A, I've changed those colors. I'm gonna hit the plus button. Now I am on the R. I'm gonna go ahead and make that green. So now is yellow, pink, green, and black. And let's say I like that the way it is. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the close button. I'm hitting embroidery edit. So right now I'm back in this menu, and now all I gotta do is hit sewing. And now the machine is ready to embroider this file that we just created, or that we just edited. You can rotate it. You can move around the position. You can save it. You can hit the memory button right here. If you hit this memory button on any design, let's say you plug a USB in, and there's a design you want to save onto the machine, you just simply hit this memory button and it'll save it. And let's say I want to, let's say with the design, because right now it's going to do the dead presidents first, and then it's going to do the letters. But let's say I want to skip past dead presidents and do the letters first, and then skip back to the dead presidents logo. What you can do is come down here. You can hit this button right here with the needle minus and plus. Hit that one. Right now it shows us we can skip forward 1, 10, or 100 stitches. Or we can hit the thread button where we can skip entire colors. So right now I'm going to hit that button. I'm going to zoom out for you. So let's hit the plus until we get to the D, which is the second yellow. I'm at the plus sign. It switched it to the face. Hit the plus sign again, switched it to the D. So now when I'm ready to embroider, it's going to start with that D. Then it's going to do the A, the R, and the B. But then the machine's going to think that it's done and give you a finished icon. If you're not done, all you'll do is simply come back over here and select, go back to the dead president's design. So let's do another embroidery edit. This time we're going to put text inside of a box. To add a text into a box, let's go ahead and start off with the text. I'm going to go ahead and select the text, D, A, R, and B. Boom, right there. So I like that. I'm not going to do anything special to it at all. So I'm going to go ahead and hit set, edit in. So that means I'm done editing this part. And you can always go back in and re-edit it if you need to. So now I got the letters, but where's my box at? There's no box. We got to add the box. All right, so here we go. We got these little icons down here. One's a square and one's a little heart. Let's go ahead and hit that button. And this gives us generic shapes. Ooh, instead of the box, I'm going to do an oval. I'm going to hit that oval button. This gives us various ovals, as you can see. I want to do a satin stitch one. So I believe the satin stitch will be this second one right here. I'm going to press that one. You see it put a little oval right there. But wait, what's going on? It's not going around the whole text. Well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and hit the set button. Now let's hit the size button. So we're going to change the size of it. So we need it to be bigger. So we can either make it bigger in proportion. Remember, the first two are your proportions. But I don't want to change those ones. I think I want to change the lengths of it. So to change the lengths, it'll be these bottom two. So I know this button right here takes it inwards. I don't want to take it inwards. I want to take it outwards. So I'm going to press this button here a couple times. And let's get it to where the oval is going around the text. Almost there. Alright, so the oval is around the text now. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is take it up in proportions as well. So that way the oval is not touching the text. There we go. As you can see, that's how the design will look. It's going to be a satin stitch. And that's like a common border around patches. When it embroiders out, it should be alright. But I'm sure some of you might find this very useful as far as editing some of your embroidery files. We got our text inside of the oval. We did our dead presidents with some color changes. Alright guys, so that wraps it up for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Leave me some comments. Let me know if there's anything I might have left out, or maybe if there's anything you want me to expand on. But thank you for tuning in. Peace out.